So LottaGlots is a polyglot in that she speaks a bunch of languages. And we're going to Japan in a couple weeks. And I think it would be very fun to bring LottaGlots on again for the second time to get some more lessons. So I'm going to call right now.
ありがとう. Oh, おはようございます. Or depending on what time zone, maybe こんにちは皆さん. Hello everyone, what's up? And good end. 元気ですか?
Genki desu. Everyone, this is LottaGlots. LottaGlots, how many languages do you speak? I've been saying 8. Is that right?
I try not to put a number on it these days.
Okay.
It's a lot of glots, if I'm going to be honest. Okay.
True.
So jokes aside, I like to list. Okay, so on the board behind me, I've got Korean and Mongolian.
Oh, Mongolian. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just picked up Mongolian for this year because I'm going to travel there, and I've been studying Russian, Mongolian, and Korean because the place where I'm going in Mongolia is close to the border of all those things.
Ooh.
And I hear a lot of people are bilingual in those languages. So where I don't know a word in one, I can maybe fill in with another.
Okay, so what do you have planned for us today, LottaGlot Sensei?
Well, I actually just pinned up a little messy lesson plan. So yeah, so you're going to Japan soon. Everyone, Gremloe's going to Japan. Don't you have some kind of fund or sub goal to make sure that you can get the backpack and share your experiences there? Can we promote that?
I did. We hit that sub goal, and we'll be locking in the IRL equipment. Vio and Mike from PA are both going to be there at the same time.
So what I'm hearing is you might be ordering tables for sometimes 2, sometimes 4, maybe even more people. And so one part of my lesson plan is to talk about how to order a table for so many people, because it kind of changes between 1 or 2 versus 3 plus. Okay. So counters in Japanese can get really kind of,
I've noticed
scary.
This. Yes, because you can't just say like ni biru. It's different.
No, you have to say like 2 cylindrical bottles of beer, or maybe if you want like an iced drink, that's even different. I learned just this year the counter for iced coffee.
Okay. So it's different for different foods. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It's changing all the time. Okay, you enter the restaurant. How many people are with you in this scenario?
Let's start with 2. So me and Wifelo are walking into a restaurant.
Okay, so for 2 people, that would be futari.
Futari?
Yeah, I see futari in the chat. Someone knows for 2. Futari onegaishimasu.
Futari onegaishimasu.
Okay, so to count people, it's hitori,
Hitori,
futari, sannin, 4nin,
4nin,
5nin,
5nin. Okay, so now we're getting into the actual numbers. 5nin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we start with actual numbers at 3.
Okay,
so
3.
we go with hitori, futari, and then we go sannin, 4nin,
3nin,
5nin. Yeah.
5nin.
And regular numbers.
Okay. I'm trying to learn how to order us a table.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. So
Definitely need that.
And you don't really have to say a table for. You can just say futari onegaishimasu, because that already implies people, because the counter is for people.
Okay, and we don't say kudasai.
Yeah.
We don't say futari kudasai.
You can say kudasai, but it's more casual.
Okay.
And so futari onegaishimasu sounds very like respectful,
Okay.
And then they'll be like, and then go find your table. That'll be nice. But then you get a text message from Vio and Mike, and they're going to come over and join you. And so you're like, oh, wait, sorry. We got to add 2 more people.
ちょっと4なりお願いします。
So, 4nin. You were close. 4nin.
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 4
4 people. 4, 2 people.
Oh, hitting the kanas. Quick with it. See, I still have to write down the Romanji first. And then
for sure.
Then I can do. I think food. Okay, so let me see if I can do. Food.
Thanks, Chet.
Then li. Futari. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I did it.
Got it.
And then yon.
Let's go.
I'm not gonna look at your screen to cheat. Then yon would be, yo.
nin.
Is it okay? So not yonin, so just yo.
Yeah, that's what I was just figuring that out too.
Yeah.
It's yonin. Here, let's double check on the gshow.org
Okay.
for people. Yonin. Okay. So chat, I use this resource called gshow.org. I'll drop the link for y'all, and that shows the 4 counter and then 2 people just to verify. Yay! Look at that.
So, I walk into the restaurant, and I say, "Konnichiwa, futari onegaishimasu." If I find out, like, as we're sitting down or just before we sit down, how would I correct that?
You can say like sumimasen, which is like
Sumimasen.
excuse me. That's like a nice way to get someone who works at restaurants' attention. Just sumimasen in general.
Okay.
Sumimasen.
Where would I go from there? Like, I have to change table or I have to add 2 people?
You can say, okay, so the actual sentence for like, I have to change, it would be like, kawaranakya.
Koala nakia.
Kawaranakya is a kind of we're turning very casual because the formal way to say that is very difficult.
Sure.
So, kawaranakya, it's like regrettably, I have to change. I'm sorry, I regrettably have to change. Yonin onegaishimasu.
Okay, yonin onegaishimasu.
Yonin onegaishimasu, yeah.
So, kawaranakia yonin onegaishimasu.
Yonin onegaishimasu.
Perfect.
Okay, so they're probably going to tell you if you're at a very busy restaurant that you're going to have to wait a few minutes. Have you been studying numbers at all?
I'm trying to get them down because time is one that I tried to really nail down. Not very successfully, but I've got my 1 through 10, and I can kind of, if I can read it, then I can get it. But if I'm just hearing it, I have a harder time. But yeah, numbers not too bad.
Okay. So things that you might hear back are like you'll have to wait like 30 minutes or 40 minutes. Have you heard the minute counter yet?
I know 30 minutes or like 1:30 would be like Nijihan.
Wait, what? That's the time?
Yeah, like the time, like at Nijihan. I don't know 30 minutes because 30 would be Jusan.
I would
Sanju?
say for 30 minutes. Sanju, yeah, Sanju is 30, and the counter per minute is spoon.
Oh.
So 1分, 1 minute, 2分, 3分, 4分. Okay, so if you want to tell a friend to wait a second, so like you met a Japanese friend and you want to tell them to wait, you don't have to tell your friend shōshō machide kudasai. You can just say chotto matte.
Chotto matte.
You can say chotto matte kudasai if you want to be really nice, but if they're your friend, chotto matte.
All right. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
All right. Do we want to run from the top?
Sure. Let's
Okay.
go. Irashaimase.
Konnichiwa. Or sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say nannin desu ka? How many people?
Futari onegaishimasu.
30分で少々待ちてください。
Kawaranakia is the response.
You suddenly have to change your amount of people?
Yes. Kawaranakia yonin onegaishimasu.
4人
Yonin.
4人
Oh, sorry,
大丈夫
yonin.
大丈夫4人は30分で少々待ちで大丈夫ですか
Shinai. Shit, I just erased it. Shinai. Shinpai Shinai? Shinpai Shinai? I'm trying to remember.
It's maybe a little odd to tell me not to worry when I'm like, you need to wait 40 minutes. And you're like, don't worry. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah, okay.
That was fun.
LottaGlots, this was awesome. I don't want to take up too much of your time. I know we said we were going to do like an hour, but we went just a little bit over. But this was awesome. If anybody wants to tune into your streams, when can they find you going live?
Right. Currently, I am streaming. I do have a regular full-time job, so I am a part-time streamer on Monday nights and Thursday nights. I start around 8:30 p.m. Pacific time, so that's very late for you East Coast or even, Central Coast. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, 8:30 p.m. Pacific, Mondays and Thursday nights. It's a good time. We're currently focusing a bit on Korean with a new app called Fluyo, which just came out this month. So if you haven't seen Fluyo, you can check it out on my stream. And sometimes I learn Mongolian with ChatGPT, so you can check out how I do that.
Okay.
Because Mongolian doesn't have a lot of resources anywhere, so I have found a method. And then Duolingo a lot, just any language that they will let me learn, honestly. So
Okay. Excellent.
that's me.
Well,
Thanks for having me, Gremloe.
Arigato gozaimasu.
And I hope you have the best time in Japan. Tanoshimi shite kudasai. Yeah, thanks, Jack. Thanks, Gremloe. Jamatane.
That was so fun. I love doing those. Those are extremely fun. And the only time I'm allowed to, weeb out to that degree, like once you start, using Japanese in like casual conversation, that's whenever you've entered extreme weeb territory. But, in conversation, like actually trying to learn it, I think that's the most acceptable time to do it,